Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Bartolome. I work for Dekra, and we provide to OCF the onboarding tool and generic client, the OTGC. So this project is currently under development, and the scheduled plan to finalize is end of September. But I'd like to show you some basic concept of this project, the planification, and well, some important information. Some definitions, I think most of them have been commented before in previous slides, but they are basic for the OTGC to understand what the OTGC does. Well, the onboarding is the process that consists in owning an OCF device by an OTGC. An OTGC is a logical entity that implements both functions, onboarding tool and generic client. The onboarding tool is, you can read, a logical entity generic to IoT network in charge of establishing the ownership for a specific device and help to bring the device into operational state. A typical OBT implements different mechanisms: device owner, transfer service, access management service, credential management service. So all of them are integrated into what we call an OBT. An OCF server is a kind of sensor or actuator capable to generate measurements or perform different actions. An OCF client is a device capable to scan and control OCF servers, and generically an OCF device is a server or client that can be integrated into an OCF network created by the OTGC. The OTGC will transfer the ownership to these OCF devices by different OTM or onboarding transfer methods, which basically are just work, PIN-based, or user credentials. The general architecture of the OTGC is one main part, code in C and C++ with different components, dependent code for Android, iOS, Windows, and Linux. Windows is universal Windows platform. So the OTGC, by the end of September, by the end of the project, will be available in all of these operating systems. Right now, we are working on the Android version, and this is the version you could test during today, during the hackathon. This is the project plan schedule. As you can see, right now, we have delivered the MVP, what we call the MVP, the minimum viable product, which is the Android version. By the end of September, different operating systems will be also available. Well, at the end of this session of presentation, my colleague Clark will show you some real hand-ons with the OTGC, and you could see a real demo with the app, with this Android app. But here I only want to show you some screens of the application. This is the login. The login screen, well, right now, it's not control the username and password. Later in the project, we will decide basic user and password information, but maybe how to integrate this with a centralized service to control the access to the app in different ways. Well, once you complete the login and previous to initiate the OCF network, you need to be connected to a Wi-Fi network in this Android application. Wi-Fi is the unique transport available. So the application handles the different situations. The application detects if you are already connected to a Wi-Fi access point. If not, the application gives you the possibility to select an access point and obviously to provide the credential for this Wi-Fi. If you are already connected and you have provided the credentials for the Wi-Fi access point in the Android general system, then the application gets directly these credentials and skip this screen for the Wi-Fi selection. The OTGC, the next screen is directly the scanning. So the OTGC is going to scan the different OCF devices on the network. This can be servers or clients. And you will see the device ID. Well, in current version, we have in this screen additional information like a friendly name, if available, and a plus sign in order to initiate the onboarding transfer ownership, and depending on the capabilities, so implemented in the server or in the client, the OTGC will handle if the device is working with just Word, with PIN-based, or with user certificate. And depending on this OTM, the OTGC will enable different screen or pop-ups asking, for example, the PIN, the random PIN the OCF device has popped up in the other side. Once the OCF device has been onboarded into the OTGC, or we used to call, or we used to use the term has been owned by the OTGC, then the device is ready for normal operations. So we can access to the other side of the application. The application, as its own name says, is onboarding tool and generic client. So in this part, the icon change, and with this green icon, the wheel green icon, we can enter in the generic client area, and you can see two screens, for example, with different ADC, with different light control switches. These controls appear dynamically depending on the introspection made of this OCF device during the ownership transfer sheet, okay? So depending on that, you will see different controls, and you will have different options to interact with the device. Additionally, you have an info tab in where you can see all the information from the introspection of this device. The software version, manufacturer name, device ID, the URL if the OCF device is providing. Well, this is the same you will see later in the real demo. And that's all from my side. Thank you for your attention.